93 Boxing, back with another video. I'm a bit late to the party, trying to get more active. Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence. I'm a bit late to the party, so let's talk about this quickly. I did predict Errol Spence will stop Mikey Garcia in the 9th or 10th round. I think on Twitter I have my predictions still there, that I believe Mikey Garcia will get stopped in the 10th round. But also, I predicted Mikey Garcia to give Errol Spence a harder fight, because I thought Errol Spence was going to be a bit more aggressive. But come to find out, not only Errol Spence has good boxing skills, but it's just that Mikey Garcia could not. I think one of the main problems was Errol Spence was able to cover up pretty well. He wasn't getting hit with too many good. His defense was pretty good, He's able to cover up pretty well, and partly is to do with his range as well. Errol Spence is a bigger guy with a lot more reach, and he was able to use that against Mikey very well. Mikey, the question about his power, how hard does Mikey hit? And now, I can't remember any videos where I've seen Errol Spence talk about Mikey's power, but Mikey looked like he hit very hard. Mikey looked like he might hit almost as hard as Errol Spence, but look, I don't know. I wasn't there, but he looked like he was hitting pretty hard. But he didn't hit him with that many shots, or that many clean shots. Mikey was looking for that the perfect opening, and he really couldn't find it, and that was a problem, because in a fight like that, what certain fighters do is they look for the perfect opening. Adrian Broner is one of the guys as well. Mikey doesn't look. He does throw his hands a lot more than Adrian Broner, but in an elite fight like that, sometimes you have to find your perfect opening. You can't just wait for it. It may never come to you, and that's the mistake that Mikey did. And I feel like Errol Spence put up a great performance, because this is a performance where no one can really shit on him in a way. They can say that he didn't stop Mikey Garcia, but maybe Errol Spence could have pressed on the gas a bit more. I think it was impressive that Mikey won the 12th round. I didn't see him get hurt at all. He didn't take too many heavy shots. He was blocking, and he was missing. He was making him miss a lot, and that's why I think I was impressed with Mikey. He ultimately does have a big head. He does have a big head, and I want to make a video on that, but man, my memory card filled up, and then there was problems into making that video. But yeah, I wasn't surprised too much. Mikey does have a big head, and thing is, before I go and talk about Errol Spence's power, I want to say that Errol Spence impressed everyone, because normally if Errol Spence got a stoppage, if Errol Spence was really aggressive, I think he would have looked worse, because what would have happened is the more aggressive Errol Spence would have been, in my opinion, the more he would have been open for Mikey Garcia's counter. And Mikey Garcia, in my opinion, was looking to counter with the right hand. But Errol Spence didn't give him any chance. Errol Spence would have probably got a stoppage if he went to the body more and then went more aggressive, trying to load up a lot of shots. But he didn't. If he did that, he would have got a stoppage, but he would have looked worse in the way that people would have said, oh look, Mikey Garcia exposed him. And only if Mikey Garcia was a welterweight, he would have beat Errol Spence. He wouldn't have been stopped. But what Errol Spence did is pull off a performance where no one can say shit. Where people who thought Mikey Garcia would have outboxed Errol Spence until he got stopped, actually got outboxed completely. So, Errol Spence, credit to him, but I think Mikey Garcia he didn't really quit, he didn't really give up, but he didn't really, I feel like he was happy just being there. He was happy to just be there. I feel like he didn't come to try and win like he intended to win before going into the fight. Just something that tells me about it. Like the first round, he didn't really throw much of a punch, and second round he started throwing a bit more. I did give Mikey the second round, but it was a very close round. But almost every round that went by that blatantly Mikey lost, he would go up towards his corner with his hands up in there, like as if he won the round. Mikey just looked like he was happy being there, and he was just happy going the 12 rounds, because at least now he can say, I'm a lightweight or whatever, 135 or 140 fighter that went 12 rounds with Errol Spence. I feel like he didn't really go for it. That's my honest opinion. Like, I know people are going to say a lot of things, but he was taking a lot of punches. But Mikey, I felt like he was hesitant to go for it. Mikey, I think, in my opinion, was more hesitant to go for, because the thing is, whenever Errol Spence was getting caught, whenever Mikey was trying to come forward, he had the most success. He was backing Spence up. He didn't hit him all the time clean, but he did hit Errol Spence clean to a point where Errol Spence did respect his power. Errol Spence respected Mikey's power. Whenever Mikey threw and landed a shot, Errol Spence would back up straight away. And I think that's what Mikey sort of, I was disappointed with Mikey on that one. At least try to win. I know you're likely to get stopped, but come on, man, you can try a bit more than that. Like, you know, be cautious, but you know, we like to see these fighters try and win, and I feel like Mikey didn't do that. He just sort of looked like he was happy just being in there with Errol Spence and not being stopped. He was sort of surviving, in my opinion. I will make a video on Errol Spence's power, but definitely Errol Spence was one of the top fighters. I don't want to take credit away from him. I think he looked pretty good, but it's hard to judge a boxing skills. No, it's not hard to judge his boxing skills, but it's hard to judge his overall. No, it is hard to judge his boxing skills, how good it really is compared to other 147 fighters, when you have a guy in front of you that's not really there to win the fight. Yeah, man, that's kind of what I think. I don't know where Mikey Garcia goes from. He really, you know, he got owned. Mikey Garcia got owned, man. He really got owned, because he's supposed to be the guy that outboxes Errol Spence until, I mean, at least until Errol Spence gets the stoppage. And it would have looked impressive, because at least Mikey was winning till he got stopped, and he only got stopped because he's a guy coming up from a lower weight division, but he just got completely shut out, man. This performance was one-sided, but I will make a video. I don't think Errol Spence hits as hard as people think he does. Not saying he's pillow-fisted. He definitely has power. He definitely has a lot of power. But I think Keith Thurman hits harder than Errol Spence. I think Danny Garcia hits harder than Errol Spence. I think Andre Berto hits harder than Errol Spence. But he's just able to break fighters down very well. I think he's able to break fighters down very well. And a lot of people are jumping on this bandwagon, and I'm not. Maybe they are right. That if with Errol Spence's performance, that he could beat Terence Crawford. I'm not so sure. Like, what Mikey Garcia did is not what Terence Crawford will do. Crawford will be there to win. He has a longer reach. I think. I do believe he has quicker. You know, I believe he has quicker feet. Just something about that performance just didn't look right. Mikey looked like he didn't want to win. He just looked like someone who, I feel like the first few rounds where Errol Spence was being a bit hard to hit, you know, and he thought he could counter Errol easily. He wasn't able to do that. That kind of took a lot of heart away from him. But Errol Spence is a good fighter. I'm questioning his power, and I'm not sure if he's the best. I don't know who's actually the best. That's up for debate, but I'm not convinced that Errol Spence is the best yet. I still think there's a lot of fighters that will give him a lot difficult fight. Yeah, man. Let me know what you think. 93 Boxing. I'm out. 93 Boxing. Back with another video. I'm a bit late to the party. Trying to get more active. Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence. I'm a bit late to the party, so let's talk about this quickly. I did predict Errol Spence will stop Mikey Garcia in the 9th or 10th round. I think on Twitter I have my predictions still there, that I believe Mikey Garcia will get stopped in the 10th round. But also,